Hey people, what are we doing here? We're going to cover the settings panel and some of the stuff that you probably want to adjust when you start up a brand new WordPress blog. Over here on the left, this is where you're going to get all your stuff done, you posts, media, etc. We're just going to ignore all that and come right down here to settings. So let's go to General. And if you see up here, site title, pixoid.com, you can call your site whatever you want. Tagline, this is going to default to just another WordPress blog, and that sucks, so put in something that's a little more descriptive of what your site is about. Here I just put freewplesson.com demo site because that's what pixoid.com is. Depending on what theme you're using, you might just want to get rid of the tagline. You don't have to use it. It's not required. So let's come down. The rest of this stuff you can pretty much just ignore and just say Save Changes. Okay. Now, actually, this you probably don't want to ignore. Membership, anyone can register. If you check this, then anyone can register. And I personally just leave it unchecked because I don't want people registering on my stupid demo blog because there's no need for anybody to do that. Spammers like to register for whatever reason. So just whatever. Decide for yourself if that's what you want. Let's go to writing. And actually, let's not go to writing because this one you don't really need to worry about. Reading. Screw that. Discussion. This is what we want to look at. Okay, default article settings. Attempt to notify any blogs linked to from the article. Okay, so if you link to a specific post on somebody else's blog and you have this box checked, then depending on what their settings are, a link to your blog may appear in their comment area. It's called a trackback. Okay, and that's cool, right? But it works both ways. And if you have this box checked, allow link notifications from other blogs, then that means that it goes the opposite direction, where somebody else might mention your post and have their website inserted, or their website name or URL inserted into your comment box. That's nice, but the truth is spammers just love this feature. So I always uncheck this box because if you check it and you're letting people do that, then you're going to wind up with a lot of people selling Viagra and gambling sites. They're going to use this function to put their website name into your comments. So that's why I always uncheck it. So allow people to post comments on new articles. Yes, that's probably a good idea. Fill out name and email, definitely. And down here, email me whenever. That's just personal preference. Before a comment appears, an administrator must always approve the comment. Comment author must have a previously approved comment. I always uncheck this one. This one I think is checked by default. I usually just uncheck it. There are tools that you can use for controlling spam, so we'll talk about those tools later. But anyway, these are the settings that I usually personally go with. So let's, and here, this avatar thing, stupid, you don't need it. Just use don't show avatars. And the reason for that is because this avatar system is cool, except very few people use it. I mean, some people do, but for the most part, people just don't bother with these gravatars, which is what they're called. So don't show, that's what I go with. Save changes. Media. Let's go to this one. This one is kind of important. These settings control the size of images that you insert into posts. Okay, so thumbnail size, that's fine. Medium size. Now these sizes are not the default sizes you're looking at. I think this one, large size, this defaults to something like this. And if you have it set to like 1,000 pixels wide, that means that if you put in a large photo that large photo is going to cover half your blog, and you probably don't want that. You just want it to cover, you just want it to fill up the area that is, that's available for content. So that's why, in my experience, a setting of somewhere between 500 to 600 pixels for most WordPress themes is probably best. So I'm going to say 550. And I'm going to just save that. We're going to skip privacy. Let's take a look at permalinks. Up here, this is the default. Default setting is, your domain name slash, p equals whatever number. You want to change that because it's not very search engine friendly, and switching over to something like this, day and name or month and name, this is what's considered a pretty permalink, and that's because it's, when a user looks at the URL, then they have a good idea of what it's about. So now I personally, I don't care about the date on these posts for freewplessons.com. I'm just going to click on post name. That's what I want. So, but you might want something else. Do whatever works for you. All right. And that is pretty much it. Exciting, huh? All right. Thank you.